Look. Whoa, what is this?
I tried Clarity just because fun, and Mana Fireband. I was just like, I just had enough of like my mana problems. It wasn't really that bad, but it was just, I don't know, just wanted to try something, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. I hope after you did it, you learned it's not good. Going sorcery. You get pretty much the same amount of mana out of inspiration anyway from the cookies.
Oh,
Because, let's see, yeah, this gives you 250 mana. Cookies give you 150 and then they restore missing mana, so it's gonna be
mm,
almost the same. But you have the option to sell the cookies as well, and you get the HP, so it's not worth it to go
yeah.
mana flow. The only champs that go mana flow are just really, really desperate for mana, like Malphite.
Mm. I think it was just like a heat at the moment. Like I just didn't know which rooms to go. I think.
Yeah. Here. Like, yeah, this standard page would have been fine.
Yeah,
I'm gonna. Okay, that was a special game. Let's.
I think I went Fiora rooms on that one.
Okay. Let's see. What you taking to Darius? Yeah. Okay. So you're not changing your runes at all, is what I'm noticing. Outside of like the page itself. So like, let's say if you take Conk and you're taking Precision, you're always going Bone Plating and Overgrowth.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna not even look at the secondary trees. But um, if you're against something like a Darius or what example, yeah, here you're against a Gnar, you should be taking Second Wind, but you're not. Um,
Yeah. Okay.
do I need to explain that, or do you understand why?
No, I understand it.
Okay,
I have like an app I was just always exporting my runes from. I don't really change
so
it
you got
after
lazy.
sometimes. Yeah.
Hmm. Anyway, so let me get back to the beginning of this game. Uh, okay. Against Nasus, you have Grasp and Deep Bleed. Good. Okay, I like where you're standing. It's fine. Hinting. Okay. Yeah, so at this point, we have, let me get my pen out. We have Echo starting bottom, and bot lane shows up, so you know they didn't leash.
Yeah. Hmm.
So what is the plan when it comes to waves and how you're going to play the early lane knowing that?
Um, I think I wanted to like push it so that by the time like Echo's top build like kind of bounce back.
Okay.
I think that's what I wanted to do at least. I also wanted to
So,
pull the wave, but I
so
don't know. I
what
think that's
wave would
what
you be crashing?
um do like an early slow push
Okay, I'm
and
wanting you to
then
get a little bit more specific if you can. So like, there's like you can push the second wave, you can crash the cannon wave, which is the third wave. You could do fourth wave.
oh
It's really important you know specifically which wave you're wanting to crash.
so like the first two waves I think like the second wave I wanted to crash then or third. No, second wave and then I wanted the third wave to bounce back onto me with the cannon to
Okay.
push towards me, which is like around the time that Echo would probably be topside.
Okay. I would prefer that you crash the third wave, but we'll see as we get into it.
Yeah.
Um, but the idea of it bouncing is generally good because Kha'Zix is also going to be pathing topside, so obviously you don't
Mhm.
want to be too extended. But the reason I want you to bounce the third wave is because if you bounce the second wave, so if you crash the second wave and then the third one bounces back into you, you're gonna have a hard time testing Scuttle. which Echo's likely going to want to do against Kha'Zix.
Yeah.
But if you do it on the third wave when you're crashing, it'll be much easier to have that mobility. Also still being safe from the gank. Not speed up too much. So far this is fine. Just playing around your passive with W. Affecting you a lot considering you don't have passive up. So you ended up doing what I want you to do anyway.
Yeah.
Here, okay, I don't like this though. You crash the wave, this is good. But then you're just standing here under the turret. Now, it's not actually that big of a deal because Kha'Zix just died here. But you're not going to be able to poke Nasus under turret. Do it, gold, you're at. You're at 350. So, at this point, you should just recall.
Alright.
So, are you familiar with the term cheater recall?
Yeah.
Okay, so
because then the wave would bounce back and it'll be large for when I come into wave.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. So you could reset, you would get a longsword, and you come back into the lane with item advantage and it pushing into you. But instead, you're just awkwardly continuing to force it under the turret.
Yeah.
And it just makes it really easy for Nasus to continue farming. And notice, because you did this, you now are pressured to ward. But if you had recalled, you wouldn't have to ward because you're not even in the lane.
Yeah.
Now let's say if we come back a little bit, you clear this wave. Let's say Echo wants to contest Scuttle and Kha'Zix didn't die. Do you cheat or recall?
Wait, so Kha'Zix died?
I'm saying he didn't die. Like, he did, but let's say hypothetically he didn't, and he didn't mess up the mid gank.
Yeah. And they're contesting Scuttle right now.
Correct. Well, not right now, it's in 15 seconds. But
yeah.
Do you recall in that case?
I would stay for Scuttle.
Right. So that's what I'm trying to make sure you understand is that the cheater recall is only because you're not having to contest Scuttle. So like this is also common if Echo had started top side and he passed the bottom side, you don't have to worry about helping him with Scuttle. So if the matchup is good, of course you could cheater recall. Not all matchups will let you, but that's the general idea. If your jungler is going to need help, you don't want to just screw him over and leave.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So as I said, I wanted you to recall here. Not that big of an issue though. Let me look at how you did that trade. Yeah, the second Q, that's fine. I'll wait again. Echo gank. I noticed what happens because you didn't back. You have no mana, and you're low on HP.
Yeah.
I think you live there if you flash out, though. You just got surprised by the slow, I'm pretty sure is what happened there. Okay, just TP. So TPing here is good, because you want to just crash the wave. You can pressure Nasus since he's really low HP, and Kha'Zix showed here. Yep. You can just Q a minion and all on him. I flashed out. Okay, good. Let me look at how you did that dive.
Probably could have killed him with his flash. Because I think I eat onto the wall and he got scared and flashed to the side, tried to dodge it. And then I just eat away. But I could have just eat on him then.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. You clicked E too fast. Because you clicked here and then immediately clicked out, but if you just E onto here, hold it, because you haven't taken turret aggro yet. So if you just chill here, they'll usually panic flash and then you can E on, kill them, whatever.
Yeah.
Gotta be a little bit more patient. Crash the wave, get the plate. Probably didn't quite get it. Oh no.
Blue team double kill.
Yeah, you could have gotten it. Just tank that.
Yeah, alright.
Because the reason you want to tank it is because you want to be backing as soon as possible. Wait, oh wait. Never mind. I forgot you'd spent weird amount of gold. Wait, why did you... Oh, okay, now we got something else to talk about. I didn't even realize what you bought. So, when you reset earlier, or died, rather, you had... Yeah, you had 618. So there is the issue of you didn't have enough for Sheen. So I understand why you bought items, and you bought what you did. Problem is, buying boots on Camille is a waste. You don't need the mobility. Most of the time with Camille, you can get away with finishing either your Divine Sunder or Triforce and Ravenous before you even needed to consider your boots, just because you're E. Except in like some matchups. But it's really unneeded to do that. You could just get away fine with going Longsword refill or Ruby Crystal, but I think Longsword would be better. The Control Word is a waste too, because what is your goal in this matchup?
To be like aggressive, really, try to get as many kills as possible, stop him from farming, I thought.
Okay. So
And I thought that if I was like to be constantly pushed up, like I'd need like a control of a vision.
Okay. So that's a problem in itself. The way you punish Nasus when you have a lead, well, you don't really have a lead, but you kind of do through farm. You need to just be freezing the wave.
Yeah.
Now, when you keep pressuring him, as you're saying, by pushing the wave over and over, that's not pressuring him. That's letting him farm for free.
Yeah.
The only time that shoving pressures Nasus is level 1 through 4 to 5, when it's a hard process for him to actually last hit under turret. But once he gets his Sheen or whatever item he's going to buy, it's much easier for him to farm, and that doesn't actually punish him. It just lets him farm for free. Now, sure, you have the option of roaming, but you don't want to just roam and let Nasus sit there and farm. And now that goes back to what I was talking about with the Control Ward. You need to be freezing in this matchup around level 6 or so. Or you could even do it earlier, to be honest, if you had gotten Sheen. So you don't need the Control Ward, because you're not going to be pushed up. You're going to be right here, and so you'll be just fine with just one of your Trinket wards in there. That's this way. We already looked at this. And as I said, you take the plate. Since you don't have Sheen Gold, I actually think it's fine to stay here for the next wave. I just would have preferred you were able to back. Did you get that? You don't get the plate gold?
Oh.
You...
Oh.
I
don't think plays can cross my mind though.
You just forgot about it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Okay, this is good. This is good. I like the deep ward. Before you back. I don't think it's the right time to deep ward, but I'm glad that you're thinking about it.
I don't think I backed it though.
Yeah, and then we're fighting Nasus again when we don't have Sheen, so he's gonna beat you. He's not quite gonna kill you, but then he crashes. And now look how awkward it is to back. You don't have TP. He's gonna crash this wave, and you just gotta watch it die. So that's why I wanted you to back way back here. All I wanted you to do was just crash this wave out of the turret. Once you get the plate, you would have 850 gold, and then you could go back and get your Sheen. Back line just fine. I think like your biggest issue so far that I've seen in this game is just recalls. 100%
Yeah.
recalls. Well, partially recalls, and then because your recalls are bad, your wave management is also bad.
Mhm.
They're kind of overlapping, but. And you could have been a little bit more patient with the healing. you don't have enough life still to be missing this much HP, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay, you won't kill here. Again, we bought another control word. We don't need this control word. You're just killing your gold economy. You already have one chilling here. Beat you. Because you haven't froze, so he's been farming for free. And he caught you really pushed up in the lane.
Yeah.
So here the goal should just be, you know you can't kill Nasus. At least I hope you know that. It looks like you're getting ideas, even though he stomped you a couple times. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you should know that you can't kill Nasus. And you should just be looking to safely farm. He's probably not going to let you crash it, so you just slow push whatever you can. If you need to, you call for a jungler to help you crash it. All the while just looking for TP plays bottom or something to just try to get you back into the game. Like this, you're just going to die again. Okay, well you didn't quite die, but you're obviously not winning it. Okay, but here we actually get to crash, which is good. You can crash the wave. Oh, ATPs. No. Yeah, you get out. Okay. Recall. You have 416, yeah, because you recently bought steel caps. Get your longsword or ruby crystal, that's fine.
Rampage.
Oh, found a Kha'Zix. Oh, this is a perfect example of why you can't just deep ward whenever you want.
Yep.
You have to know where Kha'Zix is. Or at least Diana, because she's missing on the map too.
Yeah, I think I saw her like really low running away from a fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was looking for Diana here. Yeah, she was there, but then I also saw Kaz.
I got you. This is good though, as long as you don't just run. So when you see Kha'Zix, just stay here and taunt spam him a little bit.
Yeah.
Why?
Wastes his time really.
Yeah.
And there's nothing really going on at all.
Yeah, so you waste his time because Dragon's up right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you have your E. Actually, no, you don't. You don't have your E, but Nasus is too far away either way. You just slowly walk out, but keep taunt spamming him, and then make sure that he doesn't head a dragon. You get dragon for free, and it's fine. Although what he's probably going to do is just come walk top and drop Herald, so you can't do anything about that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Now this... Oh, that's why I said your E was on cooldown, because you did that. Yeah, don't do that. That was, that was a little too much. But yeah, since your E was up, you could just walk up either wall, no problem. You're about to get dove, though. Oh, boy. Take your turrets. Okay, you did Herald.
His turret has been destroyed. His turret has been destroyed. You will be where I want you to be.
Push as much as you can. You just reset. you don't win this. Unless that goes really ahead now. No, you don't win this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once Nasus gets ahead like this, you just have to give up on trying to kill him. Unless you have a bunch of people, obviously. You need to just focus on, like, if you get a chance to push the wave, you either reset if you're low, or if you're healthy, you go try to get something to happen mid, or go with your jungler somewhere. You just have to play around your teammates more and get them ahead, because you're not going to be able to get a lead, realistically. You're just too far behind. But, of course, eventually you'll scale because you're Camille, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yep.
Blue team double kill.
Okay, I like that we're hitting the dragon. It's good. As long as we don't get caught.
Running will make no difference.
It's good. Now, here's the problem. Well, you sent 3 people top.
Yeah. Well,
Or 4 people, actually. Yeah. But as long as that could get us dragon, it's not that bad. But, yeah, ideally you wouldn't have so many people go top.
Yeah.
Blue team is slain.
So, and the main reason I mentioned that is because all of you are still pathing to dragon, even though you should know that dragon's down.
Yeah.
Because you saw Kha'Zix, all 4 of you went top. So instead, you should just be clearing this, and this would be a great time to crash the wave, because you know Nasus isn't there, and then you can either path down to Scuttle, or you can go take Krugs, Raptors, whatever. Krugs would actually be kind of hard, because you don't have Tiamat yet, but just something.
Yeah.
So here you find a pick on Twitch, which is good, but pretty unreliable for this to happen. He just happened to overextend. Nasus is still free farming. You get your Sunderer. I could probably win this. It'd be close.
Yeah, I just had no ability, so I think I was waiting for.
Yeah. Good. I'm back into the game. There we go. I'm glad you're recalling. I don't like the Baron call. Caitlyn got entered here. There's no way she was getting that turret. And she saw Diana walk up, and then she started to walk away. Crash the wave. Where are we going? We should be going bottom. Okay, well, the pick presented itself, that's fine. Now we should be... Actually, we can go Baron here now, since you got 2 picks. And one of them was the jungler. But we're not going Baron. We got 3 picks.
Blue team double kill.
Now we can't go Baron, but
Yep.
I think... Let's see, where was the... Yeah, here for sure you can just Baron with your comp, no problem. You get that, and then you can look to get mid turrets after or whatever.
Yeah.
What the enemy team should have done with how you played, they should have realized 2 are dead, backed off, and just let you have this turret. Which obviously you still get value, but it's not as much as getting a Baron when you're just getting tier 1.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. Except you ended up having to die anyway. Team out now. We have 2 picks. We're pathing the dragon, right?
Yeah.
No, we're not. Okay. So, we've come back into the game, which is great, but we're still not doing what we need to do. So,
Yeah.
as soon as you get picks, especially on the jungler, you should always be going straight to the objective. The only exception to that would be if your teammates are doing I can't speak today, objective, and you really need to peel. This isn't peeling. This is just straight green. Or you could even be starting, you could have some of your teammates go Aberrant, and then you could start Dragon or something like that with the amount of picks that you got. This is just awkward, because now you don't get Baron. At least you get Dragon. I do think Baron would have been better, though. This isn't going to work. At least it shouldn't. Kha'Zix is going to be there. Oh, boy. Oh, never mind. They're blind. Okay. Well, it'll work.
Yeah, we wanted to do Baron last time. That's why I think I wasn't going to Dragon, because Lux was trying to do Baron, but I was just like confused by it.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously if everyone is committing to the other objectives, just go to it. But it looked like they were pretty split on the decision, and you might have been able to convince them to go Baron. Based on the pings and how they were pathing. You just had to be a little bit more convinced of where you wanted to go. Okay, this is... yeah, obviously bad. So, teammate is recalling. One's in base. Gotta pay more attention to what your teammates are doing.
Yeah.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. Shut down.
I like that you got the Executioners. That was a good purchase. Oh, they got it. Get the pick, though. Okay. 2 are dead. You can just force mid-turret. Yeah, that's good. You're over here killing Diana. Good. Good mid-turret. You can probably take inhib. Good. I don't like this, though. Well, there's multiple issues with this. So, you get the inhib, which is great. You walk up, and it looks like your team isn't sticking to one turret, because you got Echo hitting this turret.
Yeah.
You've got you and Caitlyn hitting this one, so... as sad as it is to say, you need to ping this turret so Echo is clear to hit this turret. Because they get a little confused sometimes. Because there's so many choices to choose from, you know? So,
yeah.
Just make sure he's clear on that. But I think if Echo E's this, you would be able to get this turret and then get out. But since he didn't, and he E'd this turret, you just have to give it up. And then you can just look to rotate bottom. I'm hoping that's what your whole team does. Yep, you rotate bottom, get the turret, and then back out. That's not backing out. Oh god. It works, but it shouldn't have worked. Because you had 2 teammates that were on the other side of the map. Oh no, the Zonyas. Okay, good.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Where are you going? You've cleared 2 inhibs? All that's up is their Twitch. Just kill them and end the game.
Yep.
I don't know why we have 3 people going on Dragon. I mean, Echo kills him anyway. End the game. Right? Right. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, this is how games get thrown. I mean, obviously I know you won this game, But that's how you throw games right there, by not ending it when you're supposed to. Oh no. The amount of picks. Oh. Gave away so many bounties. Not good. I'm just gonna skip through the rest. I don't really care how this fiesta happens.
Yeah.
You win the game one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I'm gonna go ahead and type out like the major things in Notepad,
Yep.
and then as I'm typing it out, if you have any like questions or thoughts, you can ask them.
So what times would I want to like crash the second wave?
Okay. So, second wave is gonna be if there's threat of a really early gank.
Right.
So, if you're playing against a Lee Sin,
Mhm.
you can't go for the third wave because they'll kill you. Because his clear is too fast. Same thing with like a Xin Zhao. Anything that's looking to just 3 camp really quickly and gank, you're not gonna have enough time to actually do that.
Yeah.
My wallpaper was playing music. But yeah, so that's gonna be when you don't want to do it. And obviously another time that you anytime that you'd want to crash second wave, yeah, is just gonna be because of jungle threat. If you have the option, you're pretty much always gonna prefer to crash the cannon wave because you're gonna get enough gold to actually reset off of. If you try to do off the second wave and you want to recall, you're gonna have too little gold to really get anything. You get like a refill. Maybe if you CS really well, you can get a long sword, but not that much value. So this is just referring to when you did crash the wave, and you just walk up here, even though you can't do anything. Now, this would change if you're playing something like Teemo or Vayne, where you could actually poke them under the tower, but you don't have the capabilities to do that as Camille.
Yep.
So, and even then, if you were to do that, you would have to know that Kha'Zix isn't topside. If you do this as Teemo, Vayne, whatever, and then Kha'Zix is topside, because I don't... Alright, I think he's already died, but regardless, if you didn't know, and then he comes and kills you, then that just makes it way worse. So let's see, yeah, there was thinking about the waves based on jungle pathing, and talked about cheaty recalls being just based on whether your opponent wants to go for scuttle or not. Like, let's say, I guess this is a decent example. The cheater recall, it also depends on if your jungler is going to get invaded. So, if you have like a cardless jungle that started blue side and passed just like the Echo did, you can't recall if he's against something that can invade him early. So if you try to cheat recall and he's playing against, I don't know, a Jarvan or Rek'Sai, whatever, anything that could go and kill him, you recall, he's just done for. Because they're going to walk up in his jungle, you can't help him, and then it's just pretty much game over because they're going to take his camps and it's going to be really bad. Pay attention to your teammates before engaging, so you need to know if they're resetting on the other side of the map, if their ults are down, if they're sitting a lot of gold, that's a pretty important factor. And This is the biggest one for later in the game. Just you get 2 picks. You could either go Baron or Dragon, whatever. You'd end up just fighting, and then sometimes it works, sometimes it wouldn't. It's really coin flip. I think there were some other issues, but these are the main ones that you should focus on for now.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot about the build one. What build boots? I needed